to East Texas now. Joined with us here via Zoom. There she is. Okay, perfect. Let's go to Clarence W. Bailey, second grade teacher, Heather Durham. Heather, thanks for joining us here on East Texas Now.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so you guys have a really interesting tie all the way to Baltimore. I know your students have created some mock-up drafts of what the new bridge could look like after the Francis Key Scott Bridge collapse. So take us through the beginnings of it. Where did this all come about? How did these conversations first start?
So in second grade, one of our TEKs is learning how to construct things and put things together. And so at the beginning of the year, we had already played around with the concept of bridges and how to build them strong so that they wouldn't collapse. And then when this collapse happened, I just brought the concept to the classroom because I thought that with the students in my classroom, they're very engineer minded. And so I brought this real world application to them and we started discussing it. And the students were coming up with ideas already, like why this happened. And they were just having the really in-depth discussions. And I said, I bet y'all could build a new bridge. And they're like, yeah, we could. And so they got all excited about that. So I said, okay. And I let them take paper and start drawing their designs. And we talked about it. And, the questioning is the best part. Why did you choose this? And so that really made them think even deeper. Their designs and their discussions really blew me away for second grade. I was really proud of their work. So I decided to email the mayor of Baltimore and ask him if he'd be interested in taking a look at the students' work. And he did. He emailed me back a few days later, and he said he would like to see their work. So we've submitted our work to them. It was a lot of fun. They were so excited. When the day that we received an email back from the mayor, I was sitting at my desk working with students, and I was like, what, really? And they were like, what's going on? Because I don't usually make those kind of comments. And they were like, what happened? And I said, the mayor, he actually answered us. And the kids got so excited that he wanted to see their work. So you should have seen them. Some of them were jumping around. They were cheering and all excited.
Absolutely.
So fast forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Continue.
A friend, a volunteer at our campus, Mr. King, and Mr. King is a CAD artist or CAD, I say artist, but he works with engineers. So he came in to talk to my engineers about their work. And when he did, they were really excited. They got to learn about the bridge in Duluth because he had visited and brought pictures and talked to them about that. And he brought them a Da Vinci bridge, which is pieces of wood that you can put together in a certain way to make a bridge. And so the students got to work with that. So with all of this said, we are waiting for a reply from the mayor. But in the meantime, Mr. King sent us a link about the preliminary drafts of the new bridge that they're thinking about already. So I brought that link up to show the students, and they could see elements of what they had created in the new bridge, and they feel very heard. They think that they were listened to and that their ideas are being utilized.
That is fantastic. Honestly, if a child is heard and they put so much work into something, you have no idea what that's going to blossom into. It can only mean good things moving forward when you feel confident enough as a child that you're speaking on adult things and able to figure out big adult problems and simplify them. Then man, it's only up from here. Okay, so is this the first time that you have reached out to officials and gotten creative in this kind of way?
I've had creative projects with students, but not on this scale where we've actually reached out to an official and submitted our work to them. But my students in the past have done various different projects.
So how are you going to take this experience moving forward? Is this going to be kind of like a one and done? It's going to stay as kind of a feather in your cap to your teaching efforts, or are you going to, does this encourage you to reach out to more officials next year, to different people and solve bigger problems potentially?
Absolutely. It really does. In fact, I know that One Love Longview has been really rallying for help and with our homeless population. And so I've been kind of brainstorming some ideas at what my second graders next year might be able to do, raising money or supporting One Love Longview next year. So I haven't reached out to them yet, but I've been brainstorming some ideas because I think something a little local that we know that we have here and they can actually see the difference and be involved a little more hands-on might be a difference maker. But I'll tell you, the parents this year are really excited about their students' work. In fact, we were going back and forth. I was talking to some of the parents and they were like, when they get older, they can put on their resume, in second grade, I was an engineer.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it sounds like it's exciting to know that you already have really the focus of what you want to focus on next. And I agree, it can be even more so inspiring to these kids to be able to see every step of the process moving forward and see the difference that they can make when applying what they're learning in class to real world problems. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so if anybody had to take away a certain thing from this, what have you learned from this process? What do you want East Texas Now viewers listening to your story to take away from this kind of interaction?
I think listening to the students and giving them the option to voice their thoughts and always questioning them. Don't just take a student and listen to them and then dismiss them. Always question them. Well, why do you think that? How would that work? And just probe that thinking so that you can get those deep conversations going with them so that they can really show you that they can do more than just sit and get. The students really drove themselves on this project after I showed it to them. So it was something that was really initiated from them. I just went with it. So,
Yeah,
and
absolutely. I
we
think
all learned lots of vocabulary, and it was a really great learning experience.
that's fantastic. I'm so glad that everybody seems to have taken something phenomenal away from the situation. Those officials, the mayor out in Baltimore, being able to see that and see the children trying to problem solve and responding, having, back and forth, the kids being able to see some of the elements they put in their bridges into the new mock up of the bridges, and being able to see that, there is no limit. Worst thing they can do is just not respond. So go ahead, shoot for the stars. Once again, Heather Durham, second grade teacher, thank you so much for coming on and having some additional conversation about your second grade class. This is so fun, and we look forward to next year's.
Yes, I'm very proud of them. Thank you so much for letting them shine on your news station.
Oh, absolutely. We're proud of them too, and we're excited to see what you guys do in Longview next year. Have a good one.